So, you have finally reached the point in Valheim where you're about to summon the first Forsaken boss and wants to know a thing or two before engaging Valheim's first challenge. Or you're just a curious person who wants to know a thing or two about Eikthyr. In any case, here's a small guide for the Majestic Stag. Once you start a new game and land on the Forsaken starting platform, you will notice a few stones surrounding you with a crow near a glowing red runestone. After you have interacted with the crow Hugin, he will then introduce you to how you can find your first Forsaken boss, Eikthyr. Click on the red runestone near Hugin and the nearest Forsaken altar will be shown on your world map. As the first Forsaken you will encounter in Valheim, Eikthyr should be treated more of an introduction boss to the whole Forsaken mechanic rather than anything else, and as such every weapon that you will make will be effective against him. Both the melee and the ranged option works really well on Eikthyr, with the ranged option by far being the easiest of the two. You don't need much armor against Eikthyr, as one out of his 3 abilities are actually physical, but more about that in a bit. A Viking wearing a full set of leather armor made of deer hide will be quite capable to take some hits from the Mighty Stag's physical blows. In the beginning, Valheim won't have that many food options to choose from, but with the cooking station, crafting cooked deer meat, cooked boar meat, and eating a berry will be just fine against Eikthyr. But if you can find a beehive and collect its honey, eating the honey will give you the biggest stamina boost that you can get early game. If you want to focus on a ranged fight, I suggest you go with the following food for the stamina and the meat for some health. Since you rarely take damage by kiting Eikthyr, having more stamina will help you, since using a bow while avoiding attacks does require much stamina. You are however more squishy, so if you want to play more safely, then go back to the original 3 food dishes: cooked deer meat, cooked boar meat, and honey or berries. With the melee option, I would recommend focusing on health with a bit of stamina, so cooked deer meat, cooked boar meat, and honey for the extra stamina. With the cooked boar meat and cooked deer meat, you will have more than enough health to deal with the damage taken. As mentioned earlier, any weapon will do. Using a one-handed with a regular shield will allow you to parry all of Eikthyr's abilities, avoiding most damage. A good option for the one-handed and shield strategy is the flint spear. With the flint spear you'll be able to not only parry Eikthyr's attacks, but the speed and attack animations of the spear allows you to get some quick hits in before Eikthyr's next attacks comes. With the ranged approach, the crude bow is your only real option at this stage. Wooden arrows will be enough for this fight, but crafting either flint arrows or flaming arrows will increase the damage of each arrow greatly. Upgrading the crude bow will increase not only its durability, but the damage of any arrow type. Eikthyr has 3 attacks that rotates around. The first attack is a forward lightning strike that has a great reach in a narrow cone. This attack is block or parryable with either weapons or shields, but be aware of the knockback effect if you are fighting near water or a cliff. This will probably be, for the ranged approach, the most troublesome attack, as Eikthyrs other 2 abilities are more close quarter oriented. The second attack is like the first one, lightning based. Eikthyr will charge up slowly while standing on 2 legs, and after a short period of time he will then smash his front towards the ground, making a circle created by lightning that engulfs the area around him. This attack can also be parried or blocked. Eikthyrs third attack is the only physical attack where he tries to hit you with his antlers. Eikthyr will try to run towards you, and if he gets close enough he will attempt to hit the player with a headbutt. Unlike Eikthyrs other 2 abilities, this one can be repeated if he fails to connect, and will continue to chase the player until he gets an attempt to strike you. This attack can also be parried or blocked, and with the AoE lightning crash, this is mostly something that people in the melee range should be keeping an eye on. When you have managed to kill Eikthyr, he will reward you with the parts of his antlers and his head as a trophy. Sacrifice his head to Odin and you will unlock a very useful stamina consumption reduction buff. This bonus will work for running and jumping. The antlers can be turned into antlers pickaxe and will open the game for both copper and tin technologies. I hope this guide helped you with giving you some input on how you could defeat the first Forsaken of Valheim.